Fantastic. How was your break? Awesome. All right. So what we're going to cover now is plan power. If you don't plan, isn't it cute? If you don't plan, you can stay up here. If you don't plan, you're going to struggle. Yeah, because a lot of people tell me that how do you do things? How do you post all the time? I don't get it. Because I plan. I wouldn't be able to do it all the time. Obviously, this is my expertise, and for me, it's easy. I can just go outside here and go, okay, let's say I'm going to post something in 2 seconds, just post it. For me, it's fast. So when I say to people, hey, you should post more often, and because I just post now, I can't believe that people take 10 minutes to put a post, right? So I say, let's have a strategy, let's have a plan, so it makes it easier for you, so then you don't have to post like crazy and feel like stressed about it. My plan is to get on Facebook 2 or 3 times a day maximum, right? So I literally wake up after my morning routine that Cherry asked me before. After I do the meditation and I take Ollie to the park and I have breakfast, I spend a little bit of time on Facebook. That's my thing. Yeah.
What time do you wake up, Francesca?
Oh dear. I love to sleep, so 7 o'clock, 7:30. Yeah.
You get to sleep until 7.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I go till 9.
Yeah, sometimes later.
Yeah,
No, but now Ollie wakes me up. It's his fault. He wakes me up. If not, I will go even further.
I've got a more interesting question. What time do you go to bed?
Is this a rapid fire still? Let's do the rapid Q&A. What time I go to bed? About 10 o'clock. I love my sleeping. Okay, so have a SM strategy, social media strategy and plan is super important. We want to focus on 80% on one platform. I don't believe in being active in too many places, right? Because I see that, like when you ask people what do you do and they tell you a few things, you go, I just assume that you're not successful at any of those, yeah? Unfortunately, that's what usually is. Not all the time, but usually it is. And that's the same on Facebook. If you are everywhere, I assume that you're not gonna do anything, master any of them. So I'll say, don't overwhelm yourself. Choose one platform that works for you and be really active on there. But obviously choose a platform where there is a lot of people. Yeah, so Facebook, there's 2.2 billion active users a month. So I'll choose that one, and that's why I teach that one. Instagram is pretty good as well. But a lot of these things are creating a lot of followers, but there's no money behind it, yeah? A lot of people have 80,000 people come and see me and say, Francesca, got 70,000 followers on Instagram, but I'm not making no money. And I said, yes, because there's no much interaction on those platforms. It's all about, look at me, but there's not really a way to sell, to get people to the next level. So I don't 100% believe that those, I'm not saying they don't work. They do work, of course, for the people that can master those. But I believe that other platforms are a lot better. So keep your most engaging posts saved somewhere. So Sis mentioned that yesterday. We teach this at a 3-day workshop for all my beautiful Mafians. We have a spreadsheet that we give to the Mafians where we got all the things in one place so that you can always remember what to post and how to post it. So the most engaging posts, not just yours, other people too. Because other people, you will see every now and again a post that goes crazy. You go, oh, great idea. Next time I'll do the same post. So for my Mafians, you got a spreadsheet it's called the hot post spreadsheet. You got hot posts by you and hot posts by others. You need to get your VA to fill that up consistently. Because one day you will go and say, what am I going to post this week? And you're going to have a blank moment. You ever had that? Yes, right? I have that every week. And so you go through that and you get ideas and go, oh yeah, maybe I should do this week. Or maybe I should do that. So this is priceless and it's time consuming. So do you think I'll do it? No, my VA does it. All this stuff is done by your VA because we don't have time to do them, yeah? Tweak and repost in a few months. So because I've trained my VA now for 3 years, I don't even see this post anymore. Like Holly just started working with us a few months ago and she's in charge of supervising the VA, which I never did. And so she's now finally checking what, because I never had time. checking that these posts are actually going out, and all my strategy actually being implemented, because at times the VAs are getting a lot of things thrown at them, and they just need that person to sort of supervise them a little bit. So, but this is after now I've got 4 VAs and I've got millions of systems. Like, I'm running $1 million business, and half of it is organic. Yeah, so actually more than half of it is organic. So obviously I need to make sure that we get all those leads and we don't lose them and all of that. So I'm pretty strict with the VAs, and I'm expecting a lot from them. We had not long ago, about a month ago, Holly, a month ago we hired a new VA. Yeah. 3 weeks ago, maybe?
3 weeks.
3 weeks ago, we were looking for a new VA. Well, 4 weeks ago, we were looking for a new VA. So we went on, we've got 65 VAs of Mafians. There's some Mafians are using not as I tell them to use. And so they're not doing the full 20 hours or full 40 hours. And I've got these poor girls that have been trained and they want to work and then have a job. So I'm going, well, I'm going to hire them one at a time, eventually 60 VAs. And so I'll put it out to them, and I said, who wants to work for us, for the main company that brings you a bit things. So we got all these applications. I'm like, oh my God, stop it, I'm famous. And then we did interviews, and I picked one that was great. It was actually working with a Mafian that stopped working with her because said that she wasn't good and it wasn't happening, and she wasn't following the strategy. And so I was like, right, that was interesting, because I chose her. And so I chose her, and she works amazingly. So sometimes is the leader that is to blame, not the poor VAs, because they're willing to work. If they're willing, right, and this is the same for a team here. I've got 7 people in the team. If they're willing to learn, I don't care about the background. I don't care. One of my team, when they got send a CV through before we hire them, and the HR person contacted me and said, oh, I don't know about that person because I had a lot of CV errors in the CV. I'm like, so what? I don't even read CVs. That's not irrelevant to me, right? For me, what is the attitude. You can't teach attitude. You can, but it's going to take too much time. I don't have the time. I can teach everything else. And so if they are lovely and smiling and they've got I can do attitude, that's all I need. And so usually that's what I look for VAs and for my my team here, and that's all I want. And then the VAs obviously, but then you gotta talk to them and get in touch with them and making sure that you're doing the job. I asked you that yesterday. Is it done? Because if not, they're going to forget. They're working by themselves at home. They need that motivation and that, talking to you and feeling part of a team. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people applied for our job, because they're feeling like, part of a team, and that's what they want. Keep a spreadsheet to measure the engagement. So I'll just say that, and then I'll go with you. What does that mean? Every now and again, I said to my VAs, hey, do you remember that post that I did 5 months ago that was so good and I got 200 likes? And this is how literally I talk to them. And I go, yeah, like 200 million posts. I go, come on, I had a dress on and another dress on. And they would never find it in social media, but they will find it if they follow the strategy and put it into a spreadsheet. So you need to remind your VA that this is what you want. Every post that is getting more than 30 comments needs to go into the hot post, which means that one day when you're asking about it, you can bring it back and you can share it again, and you can remember when that was and all of that. Make sense? If you haven't done it until now, don't panic. Remember that every day Facebook sends you the memories. Yeah? So get your virtual assistant to go through every day, every memory, take a screenshot of that and save it. It's never too late. Yes? Fantastic. So be organized. Oh, no, sorry, there was a question.
Oh.
Yes?
Where do you advertise for your PAs?
Well, we'll go through that in the next page. Yeah. Write weekly posts in one day, because life happens and we all get busy, and if you don't prepare all your content in one day, it's not going to happen. So I used to do it with Tina, and now my beautiful Holly does it with Tina. And then for a period, nobody did it with Tina. It was just Tina for quite a long time, actually. But at the very beginning, I used to spend Sunday. Okay, I'm a workaholic. You can do it on a Monday. But I used to spend Sunday a couple of hours with Tina of going through. All right, Tina, I wouldn't write it. I did at the beginning, write it with her. But once she got good at writing it for me, I would just say, okay, Tina, we're going to do a post about this, and just tell her the topic. About this, about that, about this, about that. And then she send it to me, tweak it, boom, I'm done. But to get Tina to that point, I had to do hours and hours and hours of me writing a post with her on Zoom, watching the screen. hours, like every week for probably about 6 months, yeah? So you cannot expect your virtual assistant to be you. Like even, Holly is amazing how she writes, but she writes like Holly. She doesn't write like Francesca, until I was like, all right, give me your post, and now I'll franchise it. Make it more me. And now, in only 2 months, obviously she's a very smart girl. In 2 months she went, boom, and now she can write like me. And actually, Holly created a whole bot, and it sounds like me. Like I go, oh my God, I'm a genius. And not me, it was her. Yeah, because it's learn how to do it. But you got to tell them, And sometimes it's hard because I'm broken English and, first language. So you'll be like, how am I going to say to someone how to write? But they need to sound like me. Even if it's wrong, don't care. It's got to sound like me. Does it make sense? So that's the same with the VA. If they're doing something wrong, you need to tell them, hey, I would never say that word. Like my VAs, they always used to say a word, rest assured that I'm going to do it. And I go, I will never use that, ever. Like even if I'm about to, it was something very serious, I would never use rest assured. So I need to stop and say, please don't use rest assured because that's not part of my language. So use this instead. And then she will use mine. And then after a while, guess what? Rest assured. And I'm like, do you know? No, we don't use rest assured. Right? So you need to remind them because they learn English like that. So for them, it's like subconsciously they go back to those languages. Yeah? All right. And use eye-catching images to get some good social media engagement. And that's what my VA does as well. They're going to Canva, they're going to Word Swag, I use it on the plane. When we travel, we never waste time, right? On the plane, there is only a moment that you can't work because you can't have your computer up, is when you go up, right? So what do? If I don't do anything in that probably half an hour, and then I get lazy and I go, oh, I might as well watch a movie the whole flight, right? So in the half an hour, I force myself to go on my phone, go into WordSwag, and every photo that I took lately, I create a bit of a sign or something in it, and I create about 20, 30, 40, whatever time, well, depending on how long is the flight, and then like in that takeoff and thank you, Lens. This is like a game, right? I'm doing like, you got it. So take off and landing. Something in my brain, I never learned these 2 words for some weird reason, and I always forget them. So I don't know why. Every time I go do this, you know what it is, and with this and that. Fantastic. I don't need to.
Always in the air.
Exactly. So every time I do this and that, then I'll do my word swag, and then I land. And as another bit that you don't know what to do, you're waiting for the luggage. What do you do while you're waiting for luggage? Send it to Tina. And Tina's like, 30 new images. Yeah. So that's how I always done it. So word swag is my best friend. It calls word swag. That's a D. Yeah. Word swag is an app that you can put.
Is it the green one?
Yes.
The second one.
Second one. Yeah, Word Swag is an image, a place that you can put your image, and you can put some really good writing on the image so that people, when they scroll, they stop. You need to stop them. You need to wow them. You need to get them to say, ooh, what is this? And that's what we'll create with Word Swag. Okay, so this is how it happens. Oh, Daya, I didn't want to miss this one. This is how it happens. You post one thing on Monday. Right, so post A goes in your personal profile on Monday. It's 1 post a day. Sorry to stop you. I didn't want you to lose this. You have it already? Okay, fantastic. Monday, post A. Now, you need a post a day so you don't get overwhelmed. But your VA will take post A. Celebrity moment, sis. Celebrity moment. Sis, celebrity moment. Take a photo. I'm looking famous, sis. Oh, it's not for me. Okay. Your VA will take post A that was created on Monday, and she will post it in your business page on Tuesday. Yes? Then you will take the post that you post on Monday. On Wednesday, she will post it on the group 1. On Thursday, she will post it on group 2, and on Friday she will post on group A, and so on. Does it make sense?
Is that the same one?
The same post every different day. Tuesday, different post. Now, this is a new post now, and you will post it in different places. Yes?
But in the different groups, they have different hashtags on the different days.
So what my idea of these 3 groups are actually my groups.
Right.
But then you're gonna keep going. And so Tina has got about 100 groups that she comments now and posts. So she will definitely find somewhere to put it. So we don't stop at 3, guys. We've got like way more, because we got content coming out of our ears, yeah? So the other day, Holly found out that we transcribe every single live event. She didn't know yet. I was like, yeah, we'll do it. Every single live video that I do, Dee, the new VA, is actually in charge now of transcribing my live. She transcribed it, Tina created a post, and she added it into the post list. Make sense? So we just created, like, from that live, she would make a summary of it and then post it in here. So the content is there. You don't have to create everything. Once you have momentum, then you look how much posts do you have. So 1 post a day. Shut up. You like it? Yeah. Fantastic.
But group 3 could be linked into all of your pages, couldn't she? Any of those groups, anyone in those groups can belong to all of your 5, 10, 15, 20.
The members. Yeah, but they're not gonna see it. Like nobody will see it. Yeah. And what's happening is that eventually, guys, this is not gonna happen in the same week. So eventually you will have enough content that post A is gonna be posted in 2 months in another place. Yeah. So at the beginning you will have everything on the first, but I'm now getting the girls to get posts from the past. Sorry, I just touched that. Get posts from months ago, and then we now repurpose it on emails. Repurpose it. Like, there is multiple ways that you can do this. So I'm just showing you how to do it the first week. But in theory, what your VA could do is that post A could be here, but post on Tuesday you're gonna do something that you did 4 months ago, and you can start to mix them in here so that you can spread them out. Does it make sense? Yeah, fantastic. All right, we're gonna talk about the VAs. Upwork is how we used to find VAs. Now we have a paying system, a website that actually, it costs money, so I wouldn't suggest you to go there for 1 VA, but to find a lot of VAs, we go into this website that we find like 10, 15 VAs a month. We train them and then we pass them into the mafia, so it's different. But at the beginning, I found all my VAs from Upwork. And once I found one, then you just need to ask, do you know anyone? Do you know anyone as good as you? That's what I did for my first few, right? So that's how we started all these 65 years for the Mafians, and then eventually now we've got enough. Yes?
So on that, do they have like a CV or a profile or something like that?
Yeah, so you will post a job. So you say what job you want to do, and then they will apply with a CV. But I don't ask for a CV. I ask for a video. Everything. Also for my people here, they all have done a video to apply for my position, because I don't have time to go through 200 CVs. I just want to watch a video. And guess how many people do video?
Not many.
Probably 1. Probably the right one.
Only 2 out of 500 applications, and that's how far my PA actually was. And then I called 2 for an interview, and I hired 1. That's it.
Yeah. So when Sis was hiring hers, she was like, how am I going to do this? I don't have time to go through 200. I'm like, Sis, ask them for a video. That's it. That's all you need to do. Because if not, you're going to drive yourself insane. And a lot of HR company, they don't want to do that, because that's, going around this system. And I'm like, I don't care about your system. I'm not going to watch any of these videos. Like any of this. And especially because people don't even take time to change a cover letter. I'm like, if you don't want to work for my company, you gotta make it. You gotta sweat it. You gotta tell me why me. Why do you want to work for me? And if you don't even take time to do that, I'm not interested. And that's the same for VAs. Yeah, I'm not interested to working for VAs that are not really keen. So put a post into Upwork, and then they're gonna apply. But my thing at the beginning was you have to have an Apple, because I don't work with people that don't have Apple, because for me it's very important, yeah, because all my everything I do is going to be Apple compatible. I don't want to work with people, and that's actually a good strategy, because VAs that have Apple, guess what, they are higher social bracket, so they're actually very educated. So my VA is an architect, my husband is an architect, and Natasha's VA is a lawyer. My other VA is a lawyer. There's a friend of Natasha's VA. So, you know, that's how I used to start finding VAs, asking to have an Apple. They have to have an Apple computer.
Do they know how to use Windows and Android as well?
Yes. Not all the VAs now are like that. No. My one have to have not your ones. No. Find someone has great internet connection. So when we find you a VA, we'll do all that for you. We'll do the screening. We ask them to take a screenshot of it. We'll do all of that for you. Like that's fun. That's a really big process. And a lot of VAs lie to you, so they will go to the neighbor or go to the office, the internet place to do the, to take a screenshot. And then so we ask them random times. Can you take a screenshot now? Oh, I can. If you can't, it means you lied. You're out. And we are very tough, but we give them a job. Yeah, we give them a job that is. So my VA is an architect, and husband is an architect too, and he wants to quit his job and work for us because he said, okay, I'm driving 2 hours, go to and from work. I'm working for a boss that is not nice, and I'm getting paid half of what you're getting paid. You're at home, you laugh with your boss all the time, you dance, you have fun. They're not even here, so they can't even check what you do, but obviously she worked like she's an alcoholic, Tina. And they're like, you're getting paid double, and I just gave another...
She's an alcoholic.
Workaholic.
No wonder she likes working for you.
When she comes in May, we're going to have a lot of good
The
time.
question is, how much are you paying her?
Oh, I love it.
You can say an alcoholic like you.
Yeah, she's an alcoholic like me. I don't even drink, so there you go. When we come here, May will have a bit of a party, so she probably will be an alcoholic. No, come on, she's a workaholic, and literally like her daughter, she said it every now and again. Goes, is there a FM again? And she's like, what do you mean? It's like, are you watching FM again? Because she's like, cooking lunch or whatever, and I'm going live, and she's having her live watch because she watch it. And the daughter goes, oh, is that a FM again? She knows that I'm FM. She knows that I'm popping up on her phone all the time. So yeah, find someone with a great internet connection, really important. Don't worry about the experience. They need to be, the newer they are at being a VA, the better, because a lot of people that have been experienced in VA, virtual assistant work, they're actually working for companies in the US, for companies like at night, so they lie a lot. It's a thing, like there's a lot of lie, unfortunately, because they're so desperate to get the job that they do make up some stuff. So we're very good. I've trained my team to make sure that we find out this lie. I was 65 people, we only had to change 4 VAs out of 65, so pretty good. But those 4 did lie to us as well. Even though we have all these systems, they still managed to us. They're very good liars, so they should keep the job just for the lie. So don't worry about the experience. I don't go for experience in virtual assistant. I'll go for experience in office, experience in other stuff, but not in virtual assistant, because if they're experienced, they're going to start to go in Upwork and get other jobs, and then if they get other jobs, they're going to get distracted and they're not going to work for you well. So I strongly recommend to have your VA full-time from the beginning, because if you follow my strategy, you will have enough stuff to give her anyway, and they're only $5 an hour. Like, why would you not, right? $5 an hour. Yeah. My beautiful Tina is now on more, because obviously she's amazing, and I'll cry if she leaves. She's mine, don't you try to. A couple of people tried.
Really?
A couple of people tried to take.
Made her an offer, but she refused.
No, well, one was an old friend. Obviously, she wasn't a friend. And a couple of Mafians, I found out that they asked, can you do just a couple of things for me if I pay you? I'm like, oh, yeah, people.
Not Mafians anymore.
Yeah, so, you gotta be, don't do that. Like, I would never do that to someone else, so I don't know why people do it. But, they're very good. We train them bloody well, yeah? They're amazing. But the thing is, people come to me and say, Francesca, can you find me a Tina? I'm like, Tina wasn't like, and Tina, if you're watching here, I love you so much and you're amazing. But she knows it. She told me that. She said, Francesca, I've learned so much in this business, you have no idea. Because I would sit with her. I didn't know what ClickFunnels was as much as she didn't know. So we would sit for hours and going, click here. Oh, no, Tina, not there. Click there now. Okay, let's try that. We would do that together, but that's because she was with me when I wasn't making any money. Right, so I had a VA and we grew together at the point that now I couldn't live without her because she knows more than me. Because then I eventually started to be more on stage and let her take the back end of the stuff. So now I don't know the ins and outs, but I always know. Like even now, the bot, I don't know things, but I do know. I know enough that I can tell my team what to do. So like this morning, we were trying to work out how to send you a message, and I'm like, there must be a way. So, you know, the first instinct is I can't do it. Right? The team will always do that. They're afraid of doing something new. So the first instinct is, oh, I don't think I can do that, boss. And you go, I think if you know enough of this platform, you should say, I think there is a way. Find it. And they will say, I don't think there is. I'm like, okay, Google it. Right? So then I'll go to the next slide. I will guide them until they find a way. And that's why Tina is so good, because now she never tell me no. She goes, okay, boss, I'll find a way. And then she comes back with 5 different options. I'm going, yes, Tina, you're the best. But I build her. Yeah, I grew with her. I was patient with her. I didn't expect her to be what she is now the first week. So, and the other day I said to her, and again, if you guys are watching this, I love you lots. Because they have to watch it. So they are going to watch it back, right? And so I said, Tina, you know, is you know, the new person good? And we've got a lot of new people. We've got about 10, 15 new VAs in the last 10 years. We kept 4, yeah? So we moved on from a couple of them. And I was like, Tina, is that person, you know, doing the job right? I'm a bit slow. Why they're so slow? She goes, boss, you spend a lot of time with me training. Now I'm training these girls. I'm not as good at you as training. And so they're taking a bit longer. I'm like, all right, Tina, I'll give another month and then we'll see. Because it's a fast-paced business, yeah? I can't have people making mistakes and sending people, hey, Andrew, and I'll send it to Diane. Can't do that. Like, Diane doesn't want to get a message that said, hey, Andrew. Right, so they've got to be quick and good at changing things, and there's a lot of stuff to do for these poor VAs, yeah?
Which point in your business did you realize, or did you decide, okay, now's the time to get one?
At the time that I wasn't making enough money to pay them. And my dad said, you are crazy. You're paying more, someone that lives in the Philippines, than you that live in Australia. Why don't you pay yourself first? And I said, Dad, because this is entrepreneurship. I see the bigger vision. Guys, one thing that I did, I had no doubts I was going to succeed in what I was doing. I had no doubts. So I knew that eventually it was going to pay off. And that was the difference. Even if I was scared shitless, I was still scared, but I knew it was going to pay off. So as soon as I started my meetup group and I started to get people that wanted to come to my meetup group, I went, I'm onto something here. That's what I went, I think I need help. And I got my first virtual assistant, which actually is Tina's auntie. Yeah, and then Tina Auntie introduced me to Tina, and then Tina Auntie was the one that was taken from a friend. And she went with a friend, and Tina called me crying, saying, I promise you I will never do that to you. Please don't fire me, because she was terrified of going, if you're auntie, you must be the same type of blood, so you're out of here. And actually thought that. And she said, please don't fire me. I'm like, Tina, what happened to you? Why she did that to us? And she goes, oh, you know. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll keep you, but you need to prove yourself. And she is amazing. Like, and I tell her every day that I'm giving her a flight to Australia. Like, we treat them well. Yeah, I'm pushy, and I am. Like, I whip them, but I love them too. Yeah. But I love them to bits, yeah? I love them to bits. And
physically get on the computer and like in video and go
no.
exactly.
Yeah, if there was emoji, I would, yeah.
I'm very
yeah.
concerned, alcohol and whipping.
I love it.
They drink alcohol.
All right. So when I was doing all these hours with Tina, the thing that we did was recording. You got to record the training so they can watch it back and create systems. I'm not doing the systems. People tell me I need to wait until I've got systems before I get a virtual assistant. No, they will do the system. And Natasha has done a lot of that when she first started. Her excuse was I need to create a system. And then she actually started to do this as well. So.
I had one system when I hired her.
Yeah, and then she created all the other.
Oh shit, I'm paying someone to create a system.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go with be very detailed. Don't expect them to know. And this is the same with the team here. Like, so a lot of the time as business owners, we're so fast that we think like, blah, 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 blah. And then they go, well, I don't understand it. So I'm still learning that. Sometimes Holly's still looking at me going, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, okay, let me translate it and slow down, right? So sometimes I need to slow down and be detailed to be able to be a good leader. You cannot just expect them to do stuff if you haven't spent time to show it what you want. And sometimes the why you need that done is important. The why. Sometimes we as business owners, we're fast, we forget about why we need that. So if we just say, you know, put all these people into this list, but why? If I tell them the why, what I need this list for and how I'm going to use it, then they're going to understand better. What do you think I'm paying over $4,000 to get my 3 VAs in Australia for a month? So what do you think I'm doing that for?
It's giving back. It's, what do you call it? Makes them feel valued.
Absolutely.
Value gives motivation.
Absolutely. And what's in it for me?
They understand the process, they understand the why.
Loyalty is
They will understand the why. They're going to be here and they're going to understand, oh, is that what happened when I stuff up that piece of paper? I'm like, yeah. When you don't print this correctly, this will happen here. When we've got clients in front of us, we can't have that. Right? So they're going to understand the thing that they can't understand. Even if you tell them, they're not going to, until they see it. Right? So when they're going to be here, they're going to understand all of that. And that's what Tina, when she got here 2 years ago, because I already got Tina here, so this is a second trip to Australia, she changed, like she was already amazing, and she just did a whole 360. From there, her loyalty went through the roof. You call it like yesterday, we were like, I need something from Tina, and Holly said, she already finished for the day. I'm like, she will be here, just I need help, just that is urgent. And she went there, Tina, urgent, yes, tell me. She's there in a minute. But not because I don't do that if it's not urgent. Yeah, I don't over abuse it. At the beginning, I think I did, but now that I've got enough people, I don't need. Oh my goodness. Okay, screen recording.
It's on video.
Anchor. Goodness.
When you record, like if you're doing something,
Zoom.
you do Zoom and then you record it through Zoom.
Yeah.
I've never done the screen share on Zoom.
Yeah.
I've done Zoom, but not.
Yeah, you just click on screen share and then you record it and then they will keep that.
Use QuickTime on Mac. It's if you have a Mac computer, just open your QuickTime and your screen recording.
Yeah. So encourage initiatives. So the VAs have one thing in common, they're terrified of making a mistake, so they prefer not to do anything and wait for the instruction. Even if they know that, the other day I was talking to one VA that, the Mafian is not getting results, and they say, and I always trying to find out why. And I said, why are you not getting bums on seat? What's happening? And we look into it, and she said, well, my boss is not doing this and this and this and that. I'm like, did you tell them? No, they're my boss. I can't tell them. I'm like, you should tell them. You know what they should do. You should tell them. No, that's why I'm telling you. So they want us to tell them because they are terrified of, telling someone that they're paying them what, that this is what they should be doing. So tell them, if you see me doing something that is cuckoo crazy that, Francesca told you not to do it, please tell me, because I've learned so many things that I might forget. So we're a team. We work together. We help each other out. They love that. They really love that. Praise and celebrate success. Absolutely, it's important. So I give my VAs a bonus every quarter. To thank them for achieving goals. We have every day we have a summary of numbers on how we're going with our numbers, and the VAs write it, and sometimes it gives me goosebumps. They're going, come on team, we're nearly there, we nearly reached the half of the month, we nearly got it. Like they are really excited about the business, which is fantastic, because I used to drive that and now it's them. So it's but I have to tell them every day, hey, you haven't posted what's the summary of the day. And then every time I miss a day, I'll go onto it and I'll go, hey, you missed a day, because I need to keep on top of it to make sure that they do it. Does it make sense? You can't let go. You need to always be monitoring. Meet on Zoom video and touch base from time to time. I used to speak to Tina every single day. I haven't done that with the other 3 VAs because obviously for obvious reason, my business is now way bigger and I don't have time. But daily we meet with the VAs and the team. 9:30 we have a team meeting. Nothing happened, obviously today and yesterday we didn't do it, but we do a team meeting. If I'm in interstate traveling, the girls still do it. And they do a daily meeting that we get the team together, and the VAs, even if they're rostered at other hours, they still show up for their meeting. And we don't ask them to. They do it because they know how important it is to connect and to get excited and to celebrate. So before we had beautiful Irene just joined the VIP Plus, and Andrew just upgraded himself, and we just put it in there, and they're all going, oh my God, you guys are amazing, 2 more new people. Like, I'm like, you guys are more excited than us. They haven't even seen the program. Like, how good is that, you know? It's fantastic to have that support, you know? So then you don't do this journey by yourself. You got someone with you to do it. Work with their strengths. So if you see what they're good at, and use their strengths. Don't try to get them to do something that is not what they're good at. Work with their strengths. That's why I've got 4 VAs, because now I started to go, you're good at that, let's do that, you're good at that, let's do that. Right, eventually you're gonna grow your team that way. All right, sis, summary. Woo, I got there.
I was going to talk a little bit about
Yes.
experience.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, Francesca has grown a business that's
Cuckoo crazy.
No, cuckoo crazy. You've got volume of people
Yes.
within your team. So you kind of, a lot of your expenses are, I guess mine has a volume of people with editors and designers,
Yeah.
but what I'm thinking about the core team, that it is Ultimate 48 Hours, I realistically just got me, Stuart, 1 VA, and now 1 publications assistant.
And your mama?
Yeah, my mum as well, yes. So 5 of us had the first official team meeting in January when we started up for the year. And I mean, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have but
You
I
would
was
have
kept you
eventually.
having that excuse of, you know, let me write some systems, then I can hire someone. And then I wrote 1 system, which kept her busy for 2 weeks so I can write the others. Because it was about entering people into my database. So I had run so many webinars, did so many speaking gigs, and I had lists of people that I hadn't transferred into my database. There's like 1,000 people. So I said, okay, start with this job. This is how you do it. And I did a screenshot video. And by the time she learned how to do that, I created all of the new systems. Yeah, we've had her for 3 years. We celebrated our 3 years anniversary in January, and they're so loyal. Mine, I think yours work on hours, certain hours of the week. Mine is random. Like sometimes she might not even hear from me for 4 weeks because I'm holidaying. I don't have as much.
But you still pay her?
Yeah, of course I still pay. Every Monday she, that's the thing. Once you build trust and all that, you can remove them from the Upwork system. Did you already mention that?
That's not legal.
It's not legal, but.
That's why we use the other platform now, so that we don't have to go through that. So for my Mafians, don't worry, because we find it from other places, which is like a seek, and then they're yours, yeah? And that's why I stopped using Upwork. But yeah, at the beginning I suggested to Natasha to use Upwork because it was a great way to make it clear, but now we don't suggest to use that.
Well, she stayed on Upwork for a year, and then we decided, well, let's take the relationship privately outside of this, and I pay her via my PayPal.
But you didn't find it through Upwork, that's the thing, so that's why it's legal.
No.
Because I found it for her, and then we put it in Upwork to think that it was a good, so
yes,
sort of
that's
like,
what we did. Yeah.
In your case, it's legal.
In my case, it's legal. And anyway, so we pay her through PayPal, which means she doesn't get hit by the huge fees that Upwork would take away, because obviously they pay money to source the VAs and to have the freelancers on there. So look, it's been wonderful. I highly recommend it. It's not a huge investment. I think it costs about 250 Aussie Australian dollars. 250 to 300 depending. Mine's on 40 hours a week, but sometimes she might do 30. It's like, boss, give me some work. And they're very honest, like if they're not busy, she said, oh, give me some more work, boss, come on. She wanted to call me madam, and I said, no. I said, she goes, boss, and Stuart, she calls him sir boss. Very professional, well-spoken. I got a whole resource of video screenshotted systems. I hate writing, as I said to you guys, so everything I do is a video again, because it's actually better because you're showing them stuff on the internet. So click here, log in here, upload this like this, make sure this is like that, and she's very kind when she talks and follows up with our authors. Some of you may have had some interaction. You know, she'll go, oh, Miss Tracy, would you be attending the next masterclass, or would you be attending the next group book launch? And she manages a lot of those repetitive events. So to put on these masterclasses in the group book launches, actually they're kind of Lendy's arena for me. It's like, okay, follow up with this, I'll give her the steps, and then she'll do it so that, she knows the system. It's very repetitive. So yeah. I don't run, like, mine's really random, and she's also there anytime I need her, whether it's 11 p.m. at night. I know it's kind of silly, I don't not often like ask her to do stuff that late or on weekends, but if I need to do something there, she will do it. She will just do it. She knows we work hard, we play hard, and that's how she runs her life around it. And I've often asked her the question, do you want to have set working hours? And because I don't want to, like Francesca thinks you can burn them out and then all that sort of stuff, because I said I don't want you to feel like, you know, you're so random. She goes, no, boss, this suits me. So if it suits you, then as long as there's communication and we meet on Zoom and all that sort of stuff, but not as, I don't micromanage. I just kind of give the tasks and we have a lot of repetition with us, and everything's kind of going over and over. So I kind of let people just, just do their thing.
Any questions about VAs? You good?
No? Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, you go.
Go first, yeah.
If you're not good at all the stuff that you're already good at, like I don't come from an admin background, I come from a nursing background.
Yeah.
So you could get a VA who will know how to do X, Y, Z quicker than
If you get one with experience, of course, if you don't get one with experience, you need to show them what you'd like done so that they can end up being an embodying you and what you're doing. So Francesca says, she says for her Mafians, she ends up training them to a certain point of how she teaches the systems. When she introduced me to my one, she said she suggests get someone who's got no experience so you can mold them the way you want to and they're working your flavour, which was really good. She hadn't had preconceived ideas from other entrepreneurs or anything like that. So whatever she's experienced, it's the way things run through us. Yeah. And that question there?
If you get a part-time VA, does she or she?
Yeah, so for the VIP Mafians, I'll go and chat with you later about that because it's not relevant to everybody. But yeah, we train VAs for Mafians, and then if they're part-time, then they split them up. Yeah, because it's not fair. These girls are there to get a job, and
Yeah.
But I'll tell you more later. So,
Cool.
Fantastic.
Right, let's wrap it up. So in
summary is be you,
be consistent, and be in their
Facebook. You like it? Facebook all the time.
All the time. So we have got our finale song to do. Our standard masterclass finale. Since most of you are virgins, you don't know the song.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
So Holly's going to line up. You got to
switch off your microphone.
Okay. Yes. I know. I'm going to kill the video. It's always miscorrect.